Today we are at the Anaheim Convention Center for day one of D23, the Ultimate Fan Event 2024. We're about to head inside and we're going to check out some show floor stuff, some merchandise stuff, and then later on we're going to head to the Honda Center for the Disney Entertainment Showcase. And without further ado, let's head on inside and see what D23 has to offer this year. So when you first walk in, there's the first freebies of the day. You got a lanyard, a little map of the event, and a tote bag. Marketplace queue is in there. We're walking up to the main entrance.
And just make sure we take a big step forward again for me, folks. Let as much space as you can.
It's 9:40. We're about to go into the show floor. They're staggering entry just so it's not a stampede of people. Hall B. Took us about 40 minutes to get in after 9 o'clock, so about an hour since we got here. We're going in straight to Mickey's of Glendale because our virtual queue has been called. The line for virtual queue return of Mickey's of Glendale. Mickey's Glendale is the Imagineering store here at D23, and then right next to it is a pin store, which hopefully we'll make it into later today. This is a little surprising, seeing a promo for Jollywood Nights over here. We're about to head over and check out Disney Cruise Line. Probably has a look at the Treasure or the Destiny or both. With the model and probably with the meet and greet. So we're gonna head in here for just a second. Got representation for Plaza de Coco coming to the Treasure as a restaurant. Some model of the Wish right here. And then you have the Haunted Mansion parlor set up over here. And then there's a photo op with the future lobby or atrium of the Disney Treasure, and some photos of some of the spaces coming to the Treasure. The Treasure set sail in December. Later today there will probably be some meet and greets with Donald and Minnie here in front of this photo op, so that's cool. This is the little section for Disney Cruise Line. We're gonna spend the next little while wandering the show floor here at the ESPN booth. Looks like it has some photo ops and some posters available. So this ESPN booth has Marvel-inspired posters for all the SEC teams that are playing over Labor Day weekend. You can see all of them here at this photo op. But they have Marvel-inspired comic book cover posters available that you can grab. They look kind of like these, I believe. And they're available over in the backside. I'll show some of those as we get closer to it. But this is pretty cool. This is there's like no one over here though. Hello. So it just was explained to me that these are official posters for this year. Marvel and ESPN partner together. So you can see some of these: Florida State versus Georgia Tech, college football kickoff, Clemson and Georgia, Labor Day weekend. And these are all based on some of these comic book covers, like actual comic book covers. They just took them and adapted them. Miami at Florida, Labor Day weekend. We got a couple other ones. And the Vegas Kickoff Classic, USC versus LSU as well. Yeah, these are pretty cool. So I'm gonna go grab some posters. So I have these photo op areas, which is cool. They have posters like this for all of them, all the ones I showed before. Throughout the week, the volume is on display, which is what Mandalorian and other films use. It's basically a giant LED wall with camera tracking technology, and they're doing some demonstrations this week on how it works. There's not much going on right now, but just passed by and it looks pretty cool. So you're in the Disney Plus Pavilion. There's a lot going on. There's Taylor Swift over there. Some pin. You can get a pin from here. And over here, Bluey's meeting and greeting with Bingo. If you got a reservation, you wait over here, and there is a standby line, but no guarantee that you'll get to do it. Also, a win or lose for the new Pixar show. You can get a photo taken here. Yeah, it's pretty crowded, and I don't even know what all the lines are for, so we're gonna figure that out probably later. Right now, we're just kind of walking around, checking everything out. Right next to the Disney Plus section is Marvel Animation's X-Men, the 97 booth. And then right across the way is a Time Variance Authority walkthrough. It's very massive. It's a decent line right now. I kind of just want to walk around and check everything out, see what all's going on. But we'll probably go into this one tomorrow. But I've heard very good things about this, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. Throughout the show floor, there's these signs that say the Great Pen Pursuit. There's a ton of booths that have pens are giving away for free. There are long lines for all the pens, but there's like 8, 9, or 10 different locations. Disney Plus is one of them. This section over here for ABC is one of them, I'm pretty sure. FX over here is one of them. And then they're just all over the place, and there's a ton of pens to be had, and they're all free. Disney Channel booth, you can actually do the wand intro that's so famous for Disney Channel. You can film yourself doing it and they'll send you the video. And it's pretty popular, but it seems to be moving pretty quick because they have multiple stations to do it at. Disney Live Entertainment section. So you have Disney on Ice, Disney on Broadway over here. Mary Poppins, Hercules, Ariel, different Broadway shows, and then you have some of the Lion King masks up here. They're awesome. Enchanted Rose, Beauty and the Beast.
Hello everybody and welcome to Disney on Broadway. Welcome, come on in. Welcome in.
There's a ton of fun photo ops. There's a Star Wars one, and right here is a Buzz Lightyear Cars and Woody Cars. It's like a Toy Story plus Cars mashed up over here. This is fun. And earlier I saw a Deadpool and Wolverine one too. They're really leaning into that here at the expo this year. The Target booth has some items here that are not yet available for sale. Some exclusive to D23, like a Bullseye pop and some other pops here, and some that'll be released at a later date. Also, they have a giveaway where you can earn, I think, a pin. We're gonna do that right now though and see. So the Target booth here has several pre-release items, like a Bullseye and Captain America, Stitch, Jack and Zero, and a Stitch figure set. Then each day they're also giving away an exclusive pen that changes every day. Now this is an exclusive Target D23 Bullseye and Captain America shirt. This is awesome. I'm very tempted to get this. There's also a photo op right here of Bullseye in this Captain America shirt as well. Over here in Walt Disney Animation, there's a look at Moana 2, like a photo op, and one at Zootopia 2, which is actually our very first look at Zootopia 2. Heading into what's usually one of the highlights for me, the Imagineering Pavilion, Disney Parks Pavilion. Now all of this hasn't been revealed yet because they still have the panel on Saturday night, and then after that there's 2 additional rooms that'll be open based on the announcements they make, and so we'll come back and see that again on Sunday, but for now let's check out what they have already open here in the Imagineering area. Here we have our first look at King Thanos and the ride vehicle for the upcoming Avengers e-ticket attraction. It's going into Disney California Adventure. At an undetermined date or unannounced date yet, but I'm feeling we're going to learn more about that tomorrow at the parks presentation, so we'll talk more about that then. And over here we have a look at some things coming to the Disney Treasure and Destiny, just the design of it, and then also some props from the Haunted Mansion parlor, which will be on both ships. This section is about some of the technology they've been employing recently. Some audio animatronic stuff, some droid stuff. Special effects section is pretty sick. We were able to get into the Mickey's of Glendale pin store line. There was no virtual key required, even though we had one. But let's take a look at some of today's releases. There's fill-ins, I believe princesses, there's some clocks, and some maps are the different categories. But they're all much bigger than I was expecting. They're pretty great. Classic Pixar Animation Studios booth. Right when you walk in, you see Win or Lose, which I have a feeling we're going to hear more about tonight, as well as Elio coming out. That's next year's summer Pixar film. There's also a photo op here for Inside Out 2 with nostalgia here on the side. There's this section of the booth opening tomorrow at 9 a.m. probably because they are announcing a new film tonight. I mean, it would be easy just to open these curtains, but I'm not going to do that. I'd rather be surprised. Inside Out 2 headquarters. Friendship bracelets. Just some fun photo ops in here. This is cool. So D23 is offering a shuttle to the Honda Center 2.5 hours before showtime and 1 hour after the show ends to and from the Anaheim Convention Center. And so we're going to take that shuttle over to Honda Center now. It's about 2 hours before showtime, and we're going to see how that process goes. I have a feeling it'll be wild because this is the first time they've ever done this. So the Honda Center doesn't allow really any bags at all, so there's bag check outside of the Anaheim Convention Center for free. If we did it at Honda Center, it'd be $15. So we're just going to do it here. We'll let you know how that experience goes.
We listened to it and we thought, wow, it's a really beautiful love song. This is
There's a shuttle audio clip playing, not really a video. We made it to Honda Center. Took us less than 30 minutes to get here. Super smooth process. We are here. This is insane. This is huge. Great. We're up here towards the top for tonight, but we're going to be down lower tomorrow night for the parks. This is still a great spot. I'm super excited for this. Honda Center does have a few exclusive glow-in-the-dark items. You have a wand, necklace, and an ear hat. $25, $15 for the necklace, $30 for the wand, $25 for the ears. Pretty expensive, but they are cool.
Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger. finale and Moana's most exciting journey yet. It's a perfect escape for this November. And I want you to take a look at our next big jam.
Holy crap! That's a lot of people. Is this epic or what?
She's got some goosebumps. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, Toy Story is what put Pixar on the map 30 years ago, and we are excited for what next Jesse and Woody and all the gang are going to do in Toy Story 5. I am excited to announce today that writing and directing the film will be none other than Andrew Stanton.
And with Toy Story 5, the toys' jobs get exponentially harder when our toy crew goes head to head with what kids are obsessed with today, electronics. You're all raised, none of you are holding up toys, you're all holding up phones.
And we are really having a lot of fun with this one. It's told through the eyes of Mabel, and if you know anybody who loves animals more than people, well, that's her. Mabel will be played by Disney star Piper Curda, and and thanks to some nifty technology, Mabel is able to hop her mind into the body of this robot beaver, hence the name Hoppers. She goes undercover into the animal world and befriends a regal beaver by the name of King George. And we didn't know there were kings in the animal world, but we get to find out he is played by Saturday Night Live alum Bobby Moynihan. The animals will also have to fend against Mayor Jerry, who has big development plans. He wants to build on King George's turf. And we're excited today to announce that Mayor Jerry will be played by Ham. The other Ham. Not that Ham. That's the one.
Up here, and I play Elio. It's so great to be back to share some exciting updates about the film.
Well, that's it for us. I hope you've enjoyed everything you've seen today. As you can tell, we have some incredible projects in the works.
Did he just say incredible?
Z23? Personally, I think they should have stopped at Z22, but I hear these guys love their sequels. Anybody? Huh? Oh. Well, I see Bob Tiger did not appreciate that. From the studio, that brought you Dead Mule and Wolverine, Inside Snout 2, and Mufasa, which of course is the prequel of the acclaimed GNU Mufasa, comes a phenomenal new cinematic. Listen, while I go to the vet, please put your hooves, paws, and claws together for the star of Zootopia 2, who is not me, my favorite emotional support animal, Judy Hopps, aka Jennifer Goodwin.
Now, reptiles have a shady past in Zootopia. But there's one reptile in particular who shows up and sends Judy and Nick off on a whole new mystery. Meet scary. Isn't he terrifying? And who could play this creepy, slithery, highly venomous viper? Well, someone just as scary, especially now that he's won an Oscar. Playing Gary is the one and only Ke Huy Quan.
Now you see why it will take 2 films to answer them. Just a tease, again, just a tease. But I want to take you back a second to where it all began. And this little piece of art was done by production designer Brittany Lee. And it was, I know, Brittany Lee! She's incredible. And that was done for Frozen 1, and it still hangs in our lobby. And it remains an inspiration for all of us. And D23, just for you, Alan said that the beautiful piece that Brittany just finished, our first piece of concept art, we have never done this before, we are going to show you. Do you want to see it? Yeah. All right. I'm not going to tell you what it means. And I can't reveal too much, of course. We are very early on. This is development art. Don't hold me to it. But if you look closely, it captures the seeds of the next epic adventure for Anna and Elsa.
This is the greatest show!
The Greatest Showman is currently in development for a stage musical adaptation.
We had a terrific time making the show, and I'm excited for all of you to see it when it comes to Disney Plus this December. And it means a great deal for me to be a part of the Star Wars galaxy.
And as we moved, yes, I know it sounds crazy, 10 years. My son was this big in London in the Star Wars celebration, and now like he's taller than me. But it's amazing to be Cassian Andor, and as we move towards the final piece of this puzzle, being able to complete the story that starts with Season 1 and deliver it to the events of Rogue One is an incredible and full circle for me. In the first season of the show, we journey through a single year in Cassian's life. His eyes open to the traumas of life under the rule of the Galactic Empire. Through acts of survival, he got a taste of courage, requirement to dismantle the tyrannous grip of the life of regular people. But this second part to our story will follow Cassian over the period of 4 years. As he grows into the rebel hero we see fulfill his destiny with the ultimate sacrifice in Rogue One. Every slice of time charts Cassian evolution into a rebel leader, but in this season, the stakes are greater, the enemy is more organized, and the clock is ticking. As the Imperial threat grows and alliances become more dangerous, Cassian is fueled by a sense of high purpose, the fight for freedom and a better tomorrow. Tony Gilroy, Sana, myself, the rest of the cast and crew cannot wait to share more with you. Really, we thank you for all the love and support. And because one should never come to D23 empty-handed, I brought something very special to share with all of you. Let me ask you something, are you in the mood to watch just the taste of Andor Season 2?
Thank you for the warm D23 welcome. It was 5 years ago when we first came to D23 and introduced you all to the idea and the characters of The Mandalorian. If you remember, it was the launch of Disney Plus, and we got to bring that story to all of you through your televisions, and now we are delighted to say that we're getting the opportunity to bring these characters to the big screen.
I think we're all pretty excited to have Star Wars back on big screen. John, big screen right behind us here with our little New Republic base. And you know, for me personally, it's been a journey of almost 20 years. I've been a part of this, going back to George, and I couldn't imagine being involved with a film like this, with characters, especially a Baby Yoda. I don't know where that came from. And you know, just I gotta say, working with a Disney legend like John, I'm so proud of him. Right? He didn't know I was gonna do this. There are teleprompters, but we don't use them. And it's like, and just when I saw Iron Man, you've seen it? Good. It's a good movie. I thought, God, this guy would make a great Star Wars, wouldn't he? And I was right, because you do, buddy. And we're putting Star Wars back on the big screen, which is your venue, that's where you come from. And I'm privileged to learn from you along the way. And just super excited about it.
Captain America Brave New World, Sam Wilson, finally making his big screen debut.
It's an amazing honor, and I'm excited for you guys to see something that only you will see.
Marvel's first family is finally being introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe next year, 2025. We've just started production in the UK, but our great director Matt Shackman put something together before we even started shooting. Let's take a look at it. And in fact, maybe there's some friends from set to say a quick hello first. Genius teenage adventure Riri Williams in the 2022 film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And now we're bringing Riri's story to television in an all-new show called Ironheart. Our Black Panther director Ryan Coogler and his team at Proximity are producing alongside us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ryan Coogler.
Wow, there's a lot of you guys out there. Wow. I always loved the character Riri Williams. It was my honor to bring her to life in our film Wakanda Forever. But I always knew she had more to her story. And I'm really excited to share it with you guys. As you guys know, she's a young student at MIT, hailing from Chicago. Anybody from Chicago out there? Helen from Chicago, who builds her own version of an iconic superhero suit.
We've channeled the essence of the original series, but set an entire new path for Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk. Season 1 debuts on Disney Plus in March. Please welcome Charlie Cox, John Burkholz, Deborah Ann Roll, and Elvin Henson. Guys, what's it feel to be back together in front of 12,000 people at the Honda Center after so many years?
Feels great.
Holy crap, you guys. This is wild. I don't know, I wouldn't want to be on stage with anyone other than these lovely gentlemen here. They're fantastic.
They start working on season 2 very soon. Let's take a look at what they have in store in Daredevil Born Again. We're bringing back Agatha. You met her in WandaVision. She now has her own show coming to Disney Plus.
To glory at the end.
Thanks, guys. This is amazing. This was incredible. Thank you, D23. See you next time. Thank you so much.
Your passion for Percy Jackson and the Olympians is not only responsible for the show's massive success, but it has inspired us all to think bigger and bolder about the story we're telling. A few moments for all you Percabeth fans. So grab your celestial bronze swords your ambrosia, and a life jacket. Because for the second season, we're heading out to sea. The Sea of Monsters.
Do you guys want to hear some good news? I am so happy to announce that Disney and AEG have teamed up to bring you the nationwide Descendants Zombies World Collide Tour in summer 2025.
Can you all see that? See it? 3 words. Wait, Evan, hold on. Not only is the Queen holding the 3 of Hearts, but you all took a card that you all hate. If you're holding the 3 of Hearts, can you please hold your card?
D23, these are the best fans in the world!
You know what? Just for your outfit alone, we should say yes. All right, hold on one second. I'm just going to make sure that she knows what the title is. Can I? Should we tell them?
Tell them.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Freakier Friday!
What has it been like to step back into Tessanona's shoes?
Disney's magical mark on the world of entertainment spans over 100 years. 100 years of takeover. Is that? Oh, I think it is. We have people looking into this. We do have people looking into this. Okay, great. He's not going to make it past that. Please remain in your seats. Everything is under control. Oh no, wait, don't. This looks like a room he should not be in. No, don't touch. Are we back? Stage language. Now is as good a time as any to announce that live-action Lilo and Stitches is coming to theaters summer 2025. Don't worry, everybody. I'm sure he's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's been the honor of a lifetime. I think any young person, any little girl, if you get to put on a Disney princess dress and be her for a day, let alone 6 months of shooting in London on these incredible sets in a Sandy Powell design dress. Yes. It's just been the most amazing experience, and I can't wait to share it with you all.
Oh, it's amazing. And as our Diva Queen, it's been said that villains have the most fun. Is that true? How fun was it to be bad?
It was a lot of fun to get to do something that is completely different than anything I've ever done before. She's delicious, she's evil, she's magical. We got to sing all these different songs. It was incredible, and I can't wait for all of you to see it. Thank you, אני אוהבת אתכם בחזרה, תודה. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for coming here and for staying and for paying respect to all these beautiful things that Disney are generous enough every year. It's amazing.
Now you saying that it was delicious and fun and all of that sounds like something a true villain would say. So if I were to sashay up to the nearest wishing well to wish for a little sneak peek on behalf of the best fans in the world,
please welcome members of our cast of Mufasa the Lion King. As Mufasa, Aaron Pierre. As the Royal Taka, Kelvin Harrison Jr. And as our young Mufasa and Taka, here are Braylon Rankins and Theo Samalu. Playing Mufasa's mother early in our film, please welcome Disney legend Anika Noni Rose. And returning as our unreliable narrators, Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen as Timon and Pumbaa. And this is just a piece of the dream cast we've assembled to bring Mufasa and Scar's story to life. Now, we gave all of you here at D23 an exclusive look at a scene, but I also want you all to be the first audience, no audience has ever seen this, the first audience to see our brand new trailer before it goes out into the world later tonight. So please join all of us in checking out our D23 exclusive first look at our new trailer. Thank you, D23!
This line is insane. Honda Center show is over. We'll probably be here for a very long time though. Good morning from day 2 of D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. We are here at the Anaheim Convention Center for the second day. Tonight is the big Parks and Experiences presentation. See what's coming up in the parks, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and more. But up until then, we're just going to walk around, check out what's on the show floor. We might try to do the Marvel animation panel. That'll be having some announcements and previews of upcoming Marvel animated products. But for now, I think we're going to head upstairs and check out the World of Disney. I believe it's the World of Disney Products, is what it's called. But we haven't been up there yet, so we're going to check that out now. World of Disney, the product experience, is on the North 200 level of the Convention Center, and it features the D23 Marketplace, which we'll hopefully be going to today. If not, we'll go tomorrow, as well as the Disney Store booth and some other booths just mostly centered around merchandising of Disney. This whole section, the World of Disney product experience, is brand new for this year's D23, and it seems to be really great. It seems to be helping spread out crowds from the show floor a little bit, especially in regards to merchandise, and so I think it's definitely a big positive for this year's event. This area is home to the Disney Store booth and Disney Publishing. Disney Store has a few claw machines and a huge mountain of plush toys. Also in this area is Pixar Putt, a whole 9-hole mini golf course with different themes. So you have hole 1 turning red, hole 2 looks to be Toy Story, there's Inside Out, Coco, Monsters Inc., Ratatouille, Cars, Finding Nemo, and there's another one for Toy Story. This is really cool. Just a peek into the D23 Marketplace. I see over there is Deadpool merch specific to D23. There's Mr. Toad merch over here, Haunted Mansion, and then Disneyland 70th anniversary, the very first 70th anniversary merch. I even see Disneyland Paris merch. So hopefully we'll be able to go in there either later today or tomorrow. But there looks like to be a lot of cool stuff that actually will be coming to DisneyStore.com, I believe, starting Monday. And so, at least some of it, most of it. But we'll definitely try to check that out later today. There's also Disney Princess, Mickey and Friends section, as well as a Marvel section and Star Wars section with different things. The Star Wars section has arcade games. The Marvel is a display of like merch. Mickey and Friends is some cool photo ops with some merchandise. And then Princess looks to be a display of Legos along with some photo ops. These are t-shirts for the new A Whole New Sound album coming soon. Pretty cool. Sure. Thank you. On the way in, we got this redeem for prize ticket, and it was a Han Solo Lego minifigure. It might be different every day, I'm not sure. It's a limited quantities available each day, but that's pretty nice. It's a 5-piece Han Solo minifigure.
Oh my God, how was that? Brad, I think I saw some X-Men 97 season 2 in there.
Yeah, those are. The paint is still wet on those shots. But we had to give you a sneak peek.
As a fan myself, I have just loved recapping, discussing, watching, experiencing X-Men 97. I would love to hear, at what point when you were working on season 1 did it start to set in that you guys were really making something special?
I think the first time I heard George's voice as Beast was the moment when I literally started crying in my office hearing just his voice over the animatic. And then as the rest of the cast, started recording, it became more real, and I knew we were holding a royal flush.
It is exactly that. As a comics fan, it's cool to see such incredible source material adapted the way you guys are doing it on X-Men 97. Are there any comics, is there anything about the source material that you guys like, it's off limits, we can't do that? Or is it just, you can take any of it and say, we're doing it?
I mean, one of the challenges on that show in particular was, how limitless everything was. The entire history of comics at your fingertips. The fact that we were in a separate universe adjacent to the MCU. The fact that we had all this technology they didn't have at the time when they made the original show. So we actually had to put limiters on ourselves in terms of how we told the stories and what stories we chose to tell.
Well, hey there, sugar. How you doing? How y'all doing?
Am I standing the whole time? Am I not sitting down for the next hour? I'll see you later.
I know everybody here cannot wait to see X-Men 97 Season 2. I want to thank you, Brad, for kicking us off with that early look at everything Marvel Animation has worked on. Thank you to Cal and Lenore for joining us out here at D23. I can't wait to hear your performances again in Season 2.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Season 3 will traverse new genres with bigger spectacles, original characters, and show the final arc of the Watcher's multiverse-spanning story. And here to talk about what's coming is series executive producer and director Brian Andrews. What If takes the audience across all corners of the Marvel Universe, both known and unknown, but a favorite place fans have been clamoring to return to is Wakanda. In the upcoming event series, Eyes of Wakanda, the audience will dive into the history of Wakanda and the work of generations of warriors that they have done to safeguard dangerous vibranium artifacts across hundreds of years. This 4-part series will introduce new Wakandan warriors and legends and expand the mythos of Marvel's Wakanda. It looks so good. I've heard a few things from walking around back there at this show. It might introduce some new characters to the MCU. Are there any MCU newcomers that you're really excited for the fans to get a chance to meet?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That was the benefit of this show, is that we can bring new people. One in particular is the show is full of, I guess you would call Wakanda's version of disruptors. And if you're going to disrupt a culture that's been working quite well for 9,000 years, you better have some good ideas. And one of those characters is someone who was a very elite person in Wakanda who thought outside the box, and she was empowered to protect Wakanda in the outside world. It's a character that I want to introduce to the world called Noni.
Can we take a look?
I think you guys should definitely be Noni.
You are a Spider-Man superfan, and you came into this very knowledgeable and passionate about the legacy of this character. So, what was sort of the most exciting thing to explore in this world as a fan and a filmmaker?
I mean, I don't have all day to talk about it, because I could, but
I'm always gonna stop.
you know, I love this character so much. I think we all do. We all love Spider-Man. We all love Peter Parker and the world that he lives in. And for us, the big thing about this show is that we get the opportunity to really dig into who Peter is and how that affects who Spider-Man becomes. So we're going to spend a lot of time with Peter Parker and really like the world around him and really influence who he becomes as a hero, which I think is great. But the other thing is we get to pay homage to everything that's come before us. And as a fan of the comics, as a fan of all the animated series and the films, we get to kind of pull and kind of handpick our kind of the things that we really love about the character to make sure that we can give you guys a Spider-Man that feels like the one you know, but maybe not the one you expect. And
I feel like maybe we could make that happen.
We'll see. Oh, yeah. Looks like a lot. I mean, I'm really excited for you guys to meet. There's some classic characters that we're putting new spins on that I'm excited for you guys to meet. Lonnie Lincoln, Dr. Connors, quite a few, but there's also some new characters that are new to the world of Spider-Man. You may have heard of some of them, like Nico Minoru, Amadeus Cho, and a few other ones that I won't spoil yet, although I think you guys do see a certain horned individual up there.
Congratulations, Jeff Coleman, Hudson. Thanks for coming out today. That was so cool. How's that for Marvel Animation? Wow. All right, well, I don't know. I think that might be all.
Hey, before we go,
I thought I was supposed to wrap this thing up.
No, well, you know, we could wrap it up if you want to, but I kind of want to show one more thing to the audience.
You should show it.
How many people remember in season 1 of What If, a little episode that had some zombies? People love their zombies, and apparently so does Brad, and so does Kevin. And they were like, hey man, this episode, we need some more of this action. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. They're like, no, you don't get what I'm saying. We want 4 episodes dedicated to as a sequel to that one episode you showed as its own event. And on top of that, TVMA. Hardcore. So, it's not coming out for a bit, but in honor of the upcoming Halloween season, and yes, Halloween is a season, we brought some stuff and we hope you guys like it.
Too many chefs can be difficult. Please bear with me. Double the cafes. It's a cafe competition. And double the menus can make everyone twice as happy.
Over today and tomorrow, I'm going to try to collect all the pins of the Great Pin Pursuit. I got my first or second one. It's Ariel. You can get it at the Disney Junior booth. It's in promotion of the Ariel show for Disney Junior. And then as you scan these QR codes, it'll mark off on your phone that you've gotten that, and it'll show you what else you need to get. Pretty fun. The Disney Music Emporium booth, and they have a bunch of really cool vinyls. I really like this Up one. It's Deadpool, Wolverine. They have Nightmare Before Christmas, all kinds of stuff. And I also have a hat and a t-shirt of the It's a Small World soundtrack. That's pretty cool. I finally see Bluey and Bingo in the flesh. This is amazing. We need them in the parks as soon as possible. Also, there's like no one here for the reservation, so maybe the standby line's gonna get some action here. Well, today's Target pin kind of malfunctioned, came out before we even put the token in. But yeah, this is the second one. We got one yesterday. There'll be a different one tomorrow, and we'll complete the set. There he is. There's Bob Iger himself. Hard to see, but he's standing here in front of the Avatar booth. Over here outside of Disney Plus, they have The Simpsons, where you can recreate the famous meme of Homer going back into the bushes.
Restaurants, retail shops, theater, attraction queues, cruise ships, and hotels. Conceptual design.
Over in the D23 Ultimate Fan Lounge, you can get an exclusive gift if you're a D23 Gold member. Just have to show your D23 card or a picture of it. Here's this year's D23 Gold member gift. It is a D23 Gold member pin. Super fun. Last year was a poster. I like this better. This is a pin. Super fun. Mickey pretzels are also being served here at the Ultimate D23 Fan Lounge. You have to pay for them, but they're actually less expensive than in the parks. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is right here with Epic Mickey Rebrushed, and you can actually play the game here in this booth. The line's been super long the whole time because there's only like 4 or 5 computers or consoles to play the game with, but hoping to get to play it tomorrow. We'll see about that. I'm gonna do Pixar Putt and go through each level, and I'll show off each level as we go. So it actually seems like you can only do 3, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3. That's it. Which is kind of a shame. We waited here quite a while, almost an hour, I think. But it's whatever. There's the Monsters Inc. one as we walk by. There's a Ratatouille one. We're going to be doing Turning Red, Toy Story, and Inside Out 2. Here's the scorecard. There are other Pixar Pet locations. I didn't realize that. We are in D23 Marketplace. It's late afternoon Saturday. We're about to head to the Honda Center. We did get a virtual queue, and it is important to note there was a long line to get in, but since we had virtual queue, they let us skip it, so that's good. There was a standby. They are doing standby for stores, but virtual queue lets you skip the standby. Some of the collections here are Mr. Toad. You got Star Wars, Deadpool, Funko, Marvel, Villains, Disneyland, and Mary Poppins, Haunted Mansion, all kinds of stuff here. Now, a lot of this is going onto the DisneyStore.com on Monday. Some of it is not. A lot of it is sold out now. There's a very limited collection remaining, mainly in terms of Deadpool, the Disneyland 60th stuff, and some of the Disneyland Paris stuff, and maybe some of the other stuff, but I don't know. But those are the things I was looking for, and I couldn't find the things I wanted. So, but I'll show you what's still remaining. There's some cool things in this store, starting with Mr. Toad and Ichabod. We've got some pins, some statues. This has been very popular, the Adventures of Ichabod varsity jacket. It goes for $150. That's the back of it, and then you can see the front. It's very expensive. I mean, that's probably on brand for that type of jacket. I don't wear that kind of thing, so I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff over here. There's this lounge fly. This water bottle. We're not going to show every single thing in this store just because there's so much. But I'll give you an idea. There's the Star Wars Artist Series, which has this Kylo Ren helmet, is one of the highlights of it. Got this C-3PO figurine. $550 for this 3-pack of... Sorry.
Of course, the blade is not included.
This is what's inside the box. Then Funko has a section. I actually haven't even been over here yet. Pretty much all that's left over here is a 2-pack of Luca Funkos and a Spider-Man and Venom 2-pack as well. I'm not sure how much was here before. This is my first time into this store. There's more Star Wars stuff over here, Spirit jerseys, art, water bottles. Gonna keep moving on though. This has been very popular over here. This Star Wars Star Speeder 3000.
Is there the ability to get updated scenes or no? That I've not heard.
The Star Speeder 3000 is the ride vehicle from Star Tours. And it has some pretty cool, it like plays some of the ride videos, has effects. It's really cool. You got Iron Man helmet, a broken Captain America shield for $400, limited edition $1,500. Over here you have some of the Avengers hats. They just ran out of, or no, they just still have some of the shirts over here, it looks like. Here's a hat. And then here's one of the shirts, superheroes. I think this is one that will be on DisneyStore.com here in a few days. Hot Toys Iron Man Special Edition, $400. Hot Toys are really nice, so you can see that. This is the figure. Has the Spider-Bot and shawarma. Coming over here, it's pretty crowded, but there's a Walt Disney World and Disneyland collection with both logos together. So like there's a hat over here that has both logos and then a jacket. And that also should be coming to DisneyStore.com next week. Here's the hat. And you can kind of see the jacket from here. Brand new thing is Disney Lacers. It's a new collectibles thing, kind of like Vinylmation pins, but they have a couple series of them. I believe Series 1 and Series 2 are here. Each one has 6 different options, and they are blind boxes. And here's some of the options, or here's the ones in this series, which is pretty cool.
So this, how much was that?
Got a new Munchlings of Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. Villains Designer Showcase Ariel, Ursula, or not Villains, but Ariel and Ursula. Then there's some villain stuff somewhere over here. Some pens. We're not going to look at those. Some of the big things in this store were for the first look at Disneyland, 70th anniversary of Disneyland. All that's left right now is pens, cups, hats, and magnets. So the jumbo pen, it goes for $65. Magnet, cup. And then the hat. There was a shirt, but it went away. The last thing we're gonna look at here is Disneyland Paris. I believe there was also a shirt for this earlier, but I'm not 100% sure. It's a Loungefly mug. And then a collectible little statue with Stitch on it. Collectible statue with Stitch on it, with the Eiffel Tower. And then a Cinderella figurine, but I don't know if that's necessarily Disneyland Paris or did they just put it here for now. And then there's a Mary Poppins 60th collection. So most of the stuff that's left will be going to DisneyStore.com. But that's about it for Disneyland or D23 Marketplace.
Supplies an official ghost host to keep you company during your little journey, and he does a pretty good job. That is, if you like the kind of company you can hear but you can never feel. And
heading to the Parks and Experiences presentation.
The moment you've entered the mansion's
My name is Patrick, and I'll be your chief flight attendant. Wait for applause. No, I get it. I just read the stage straight. Well, now they're not going to applaud because I've made this terribly awkward. In a few minutes, we'll embark on our round-the-world tour, the latest from Disney experiences. But first, I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. Now that you've taken your seat, store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, lounge flies, lightsabers, liquid popcorn buckets, Thomas Kincaid paintings, light-up bubble wands, backpack Yodas, churros, Mickey Mouse premium ice cream bars, pin lanyards, and of course, these leaves. Our flight takes us to the blue sky. It could get pretty wild. You're gonna want to buckle up. Nice work. Today's announcements don't measure up to your hip indicator. Well, that's on you. Soon we'll be underway. You and your little aviators have a fear of breaking theme park news and seeing how we're soaring to new heights. I want to exit now and just read the Disney Parks blog tonight. Okay, let's review. The seat, metaphorical seatbelts, carry-on items, super top secret announcements, frozen. Keep your hands and arms inside at all times, and anything else. Oh yeah, have a nice D23.
John loved the Disney parks. He loved working with Imagineers and cast members, and he was so excited to be working with Imagineers on our next Avatar experience. And that experience, I'm so pleased to announce to all of you today, it's coming to Disney California. Just as Avatar, The Way of Water introduced us to places on Pandora that we had never seen before, this new experience will invite us to explore even further.
We'll invite our guests to take the adventure of a lifetime as we join an excursion in search of majestic natural wonders that can only be found on Pandora.
Well, everyone, the first Coco ride to a Disney park. It's coming to Disney California Adventure.
And then, in summer of 2020, 1965 at the Magic Kingdom in Florida, something new is on its way. We're getting a new nighttime parade! Disney's legacy of innovation in nighttime entertainment goes back more than 50 years to the Main Street Electrical Parade. Now this new show, Disney Starlight, will add to that legacy. It will use the latest technology to tell new stories with characters you love. It's a star-kissed constellation of Disney dreams brought to life by the magic of the Blue Fairy. It features moments from Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more.
Adventure Bay will be the gateway to all the different worlds in the park. And that includes a story that I know that we've all loved for the past 30 years. So as our friend Rafiki would say, it is time. The reason that we're together tonight, it's because of one man's dream. And here tonight, we're all part of that dream. And it carries on today, down through the generations. And now next year at Disneyland, we're going to experience that dream like never before. I'm so incredibly honored to announce that we are creating a new show for the Main Street Opera House, and we're calling it Walt Disney: A Magical Life. It'll feature, for the first time, an audio animatronic figure of Walt. I would like you to say hello to our guest conductor, Academy Award-winning actor, Ki Hwan.
Now, Indy being Indy, he wants to go see it himself. But the best part is, he's bringing us along with him.
Of course, nothing's going to go wrong here.
It depends how you define wrong, Josh.
So this is just one of the stories that we're telling in Disneyland, as I was saying moments ago. So talk to us about what else guests can expect when they visit the tropical Americas.
Yes. Well, okay, so when you walk over from Discovery Island, you'll enter a new town we're creating called Pueblo Esperanza, which means Village of Hope. Much like Harambe in our Africa land, this town feels lived in with a long, rich history. You'll find it in the heart of a lush rainforest, and the buildings there are in a classic Spanish style. There's even a large fountain in the center of town where people like to gather, tell stories. You'll also find a big hacienda, and in there, we're going to reflect the food and culture of the region. And I cannot wait to try some of that. But wait, there's more. In a horse stable, one Esperanza resident, a woodcarver, has created a carousel featuring his favorite animals from Disney stories. I'm telling you, these pieces are absolutely gorgeous. And if you stop by our Imaginarium Pavilion tomorrow in one of our reveal rooms at the Convention Center, we have the first one we made on display. So go see that. I personally love carousels, and this one is such a very special take on this amazing attraction. Not only will our young families love it, but everybody's going to love riding this. It's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to have to go back at night because it's got special lighting as well. Now, there's more. Over on the other side of the town, there's a famous house you may have all recognized.
Now, we've hinted at this.
We have.
Tonight I'm happy to announce Bruce's team is bringing to life our first major attraction based on Encanto. So Bruce, what can you tell us? What can you tell us about the story with the Magic House?
Yeah, well actually this is really cool. So when you walk up to Casita, the whole house will feel alive just like in the film. Another reveal for tomorrow. Head over to our pavilion at the center because we're going to have the convention center. That's where it is. I was there all day. Yeah, it's great. but we have actually a beautiful model of Casita and the entire land on display, so you gotta go check that out. All right. Now let me tell you about what's going on inside Casita. We're arriving on the day Antonio receives his magical gift, which I'm sure you all remember allows him to communicate with animals. And we're going beyond the movie story with our attraction. Casita has magically brought furniture to life for us to journey through the various rooms of the house, ultimately ending up in Antonio's room, which has been transformed into a rainforest. There we'll hang out with Antonio and all his animal friends. And of course, along the way, we'll bump into, Mirabelle and some other members of the family, like, perhaps one famous owner. We don't talk about
We get the message on that one. So this is going to be a classic Disney attraction, a type of storytelling that Imagineers have been creating for 70 years.
Yeah.
It's really quite simple to move a show along. Just take what needs saying and put it in a song. Okay, first. Okay. It says Gianna's Bayou Adventure.
All right, let's hear it.
I can't wait, I'm so excited.
The Dutch game is about to begin.
What on the bayou, but you need community. Well, Disneyland gonna help you out, Chip. You just wait and see. We're gonna let you ride the ride. You know, we'll be spinning, screaming some tunes, just like riding a bike. We're gonna ride the bayou. Gonna ride the bayou. Gonna ride the bayou. November 15th.
Zootopia show. Day out.
Lost to yourself, and you'll just start again. To see your early train, now you're left with the traveling. The animal kingdom sign hasn't back done. What? You don't just ride, you are the first to light up. Nobody will beat you to the road drive. You know what I'm talking about? You won't give up. Majesty of spaceship Earth, the story of humankind, but it's missing one small thing. Classy, guiding siblings, classy, with hints of hope and moving smoke to fill my glass. So, spaceship Earth Lounge, opening soon in 25. It's where you're supposed to raise a toast to humankind. Oh man, look at this! A pirate lounge at the Magic Kingdom.
inside this place. Walk right in straight past the mall and said, check space.
No city, you need no golden dream or Charles and send you back. Just ride my car, roll car, and put it on the track.
Oh, grab me in and turn the key inside the Debbie said, rack, grab your ride, hop right in your hair, and just swim back.
20, 25, just go and get your bags back.
Grab me in and turn the key inside your Debbie said, rack.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, last one. Oh, man, that's actually a big one. It's pretty big. Josh,
we need to go.
Yeah. So, this next announcement, it doesn't seem right for us, but we know a guy.
Oh, you know a guy?
Yeah, we know a guy. If you want this next one to be big as can be, you want someone special like Disney royalty. And for this next project I think you'll agree. Yeah. You wouldn't have nothing if you didn't have me.
So great to have you here at D23.
Great to see you. How come I'm dressed and you're not?
No, you look really good, though. I'm feeling really bad about myself.
I'm so great. I'm just so grateful to be here, and as always part of the Disney family for so long. And I'm here because I've got some news, Josh, that's actually bigger than some shaggy blue monster that I'm a good friend of. Would you like to hear it? Did you really want to hear this? It's pretty good. They're going to build the first Monsters, Inc. land in a Disney park.
That's right, everybody. And it's coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Justin, you're saying that humans will be in Monstropolis, right? Did you clear that with HR?
I called somebody in advance. I know.
Then I'm sure you filed your paperwork correctly for once. Your stunned silence is very reassuring.
Don't worry, I got this. Roz, sweetheart. My favorite garden snail. Guess what, Roz? You're live at D23.
I have no idea what that is.
All right, Roz, it's always great talking to you.
Wazowski, I hear your voice. I don't know where it's coming from.
No, there's no mic here, no.
I'm watching you two. Always watching.
You know, Josh, I never trust anybody that leaves a slick. But Josh, I did have one question for you. You know, my grandson and I share the same birthday, which is March 14th. And every year we come to Disneyland, whether he likes it or not. And last year he turned 11. Okay. I didn't. And I was walking around with this baseball hat just like everybody else, and nobody recognized me. And it sort of upset me for a while. But I'm walking next to this woman who's pushing a 4-year-old son in a stroller, and they're covered from head to toe in Mike Wazowski t-shirts, hats, sunglasses, everything. So my question is, do I have a piece of that?
I don't think you do. I'm sorry.
All right, well, good night. So I'm walking next to this woman, she's got this little boy, and finally I had to do it. I jumped in front of them and I said, "Hey, I'm Mike Wazowski." And she said, "It's pretty good, but he does it better." You know, Mike is very near and dear to me, folks. When they first showed me the character, it was just this one big eye with those little legs and hands, and I said, "Oh my God, it's CBS walking." But you know, it's fair to say that Mike may be my favorite character, and it's great to be part of the Disney family. Whenever I'm lonely, and I'm feeling blue.
Well, that was pretty amazing. Now, in this new land, humans have been invited to visit Monstropolis, and they need our laughter to power the city. As part of this new Monsters experience, we're going to get to tour the Laugh Factory. I don't know about all of you guys, but the first time I saw Monsters, Inc., all I wanted to do was zoom through the door vault like Mike and Sully, right? Special guest to join me on stage to talk about this next one. Well, okay, problem here. Anybody seen our special guest? Vader, you're supposed to be here on stage.
Well, see, now that's why I'm calling you here on this video communicator applicator thing.
Yeah, but your connection, it's not so great here.
Hold on. Is it better?
No, not really. Now you're muted. You're muted. There you go. So what's going on, buddy? Where are you?
Hey, you'll believe this. I was on my way to this here car rising show, and dadgummit, the craziest thing did just happen.
What happened?
I plumb broke down. I'm a tow truck on the side of the road waiting for a tow truck. I'm kicking the oil pan.
I'm sorry, buddy. Really sorry to hear that. Should we do the reveal anyway?
Does a hornet like the McQueen need a dab of Oppo on turn 7 on a sunny Sunday?
I have no idea what that means, but yes.
You're daggone right he does. Let's get her done.
All right, here goes. As we develop the next generation of Disney experiences, we're always looking for new ways to tell the stories that we all love. Which brings me to Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. The American West has always been about keeping your eyes on the horizon, believing in yourself, carving your own path, and striving towards success. That goes from miners in the mountains, bears in the country, maybe a princess from the bayou, or a race car from the big city. That's why I'm happy to announce we're inviting Mater Lightning McQueen to the reimagined section of Frontierland. We're leaving Radiator Springs behind and we're heading off into the wilderness with 2 new Cars attractions. The first attraction is a thrilling race rally across the frontier. Here you get to climb the mountain trails, you dodge geysers, splash through mud holes as you take on the terrain. So you better bring your off-road tires for this one. And since we know how much young children love the whole Cars crew, our second attraction is geared especially for our smallest racers. Some of you may have already guessed it, I don't know. When this new ship launches in 2026, its signature production will be Disney Hercules. So all of you know that the fleet of our Disney cruise ships, it's growing. There are 5 at sea right now. And there are 4 more in the works, including the recent announcement of the Disney cruise ship sailing out of Japan. Yeah, well, now I have the biggest news yet. And I promise you're gonna love it. Actually, you know what? I'll do better than promise. I asked all for one to be here tonight because the name kind of says it all. I'm thrilled to announce that we are adding Yep, we're adding 4 more cruise ships to our fleet. Thank you for helping me out there, guys. You look great in your suits. All for one, everybody. Now, we're planning to deliver these new ships between 2027 and 2031, which means that once these fantastic new ships are built, we're going to have 13 ways to experience Disney's world-class entertainment, our renowned dining and impeccable guest service in more parts of the world. New stories to tell. So
new stories, you say? Hey, bargain bin John Williams, give me some entrance. You get me? I simply have to tell you that my friends that are singing are delectable. Animatronic dragon. Why 75 minutes? Because I have 75 slides of Disney Plus pitch goodness in store. Seriously, you should probably sit down.
There's no chair up here.
Isn't your title literally chairman? Behold, cage wine. Well, I've slid into your parks like an ill-advised midnight DM. I need more, and you need more of me. The possibilities are endless. Let's just brown sky for a bit.
No. It's blue sky. It's blue sky.
Not when I'm done with it. Wait. Picture this. The Chimmy Changa Chaser. A dueling coaster attraction where you are the beef. Now pay attention, because this next one is going to be a bigger hit than an expensive Spider-Man animatronic against a wall. Halloween coming up, Deadpool's Heck House is here. Keeping it clean for you, Disney. Enter the Hall of Baby Arms. And don't forget, I come as a package deal with Wolverine now. We got any Disney Marathon fans out there? Huh? So you got it. Well, if you like the Princess Run and the Villains Run, now you can get ready for Logan's Run. That's right, fun for the whole family. Except for Grandma and Grandpa. They're probably gonna hate it.
I appreciate whatever all this is, but the answer would be no, not gonna happen.
Oh, come on!
Stuart, you've already got a massive movie. I figured that'd be enough for you. But okay, how about this? We just talked about Epic Games a moment ago. What if I let you have a new skin?
It's behind me, isn't it? No spoilers. I want to see him in the game. Is he awesome looking? Does he have really muscles? He's handsome, right? Tell me he's handsome.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Then my work here is done. Hey, thanks again, buddy. You are killing it up here. Seriously, you are on fire. Like your dragon was.
Come back to our original Avengers campus in California Adventure. There must be some updates there, Scott.
You know there are. Because since we first opened Avengers Campus, people have wondered, hey, what might be behind that wall? Now, soon that question, it's gonna get answered because we're developing a major new attraction where we'll be able to jump between worlds in these Stark-developed transports, and when the need arises, assemble with Earth's mightiest heroes for a multi-world mission with all the twists, turns, and action of a Marvel story. And you know what? I'm excited to tell you all, for the first time here today, the name of this new attraction. Are you ready to hear the name of this new Avengers initiative? All right. It's called Avengers Infinity Defense.
Now, it's going to impact the whole story of the campus, right? Because up to this point, it's been about training to be heroes.
Yeah, I mean, the campus is still looking to recruit and train the next generation of heroes, but soon it will be time to put that training into action as the campus becomes the launching point for this new Avengers initiative to defend our world and many others. And it's all thanks to this great new Stark developed technology that allows us to travel from world to world. Do you want to see what that looks like? Is it okay?
That looks pretty amazing.
Yeah. We can't wait for all of you to get a chance to try this out. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to a little spoiler alert here. When we arrive at the campus, we're going to find out that some of this portal technology has gone missing. And now King Thanos is using it to wreak havoc across multiple worlds. It's going to be all hands on deck as we assemble the Avengers to take on his army. Now, we're going to be able to team up with some of our favorite heroes, both big and small, to defend iconic locations such as Asgard. Yeah, and as the threat expands, Wakanda. And we might even find ourselves in New York City, where we might just come face to face with King Thanos himself. Now, this mission, we're cheering for King Thanos, okay? All right, you're gonna have to experience this story for yourself. But the good news is, as Josh said at the beginning, this is all under development right now. And visitors to Avengers Campus starting next year might just see the construction starting on this project.
They will see it starting on this project. This attraction is going to be really special. And that's not all that we had to share. You want to tell them?
Oh, I'd love to tell them. Can I tell you guys something new? Okay. This is something else. D23, you're hearing this first. This is new news. We're adding a fourth attraction to Avengers Campus. So Avengers Campus, it's not just a place to train and deploy heroes. It's also a place where Tony and the Avengers invent, develop, and test the new technologies they need to defend our worlds. In this new experience, we'll be invited into Stark's workshop to participate in the testing of some dynamic new flight equipment in development. And it's called Stark Flight Lab. It's going to be an incredible experience. It's dynamic, it's fun, and I can say as someone who's been testing it a lot, it's a lot of fun. You've tried it.
Yeah, Stark's Flight, of course I've tried it. And it looks incredibly cool.
Oh, it is really cool. I mean, you're going to sit in these two-person pods. Your pod's going to deploy to this test station. You're going to get a briefing from a hero. Then one of Stark's robots is going to come and grab your pod. Hopefully, not the one Tony calls dummy, because that one never works out that well. Grabs you and then flies you around on a flight profile, just like you're a superhero, kind of like Iron Man, actually. It's going to bring a fun new dynamic to the land. You want a pro tip? Can I give them a pro tip, a little insider tip?
I'll take it.
All right, it's a little D23 insider tip. You're going to want to try this multiple times because you might just get a chance to run different test flights with different heroes. I mean, you've come over to Imagineering, you've had a chance to test it out. I know you have. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do, and I loved it. In fact, it was so fun, so fun. I had to call the boss to come over and try it out too. Well, there he is. There's the boss. Bob.
I remember that.
And then Bob called someone else. He brought someone he loves 3,000. If you're testing out some Stark tech, it's always best to bring the real Tony Stark.
You're so right. So maybe this seems like a great time to announce that Robert Downey Jr. will be reprising his role as Tony Stark as we bring these new experiences to life at Avengers Campus. Let's go. I don't want any part of this.
You can do this, Temple. This is what all the stretching has been for. That and for when I learned me that sweet John Staples backstage. Maximum effort. It's time to summon my favorite, American Idol.
Well, I bet you didn't expect us to close the show with Deadpool, did you? Well, I told you tonight would be full of surprises, and there are so many more to come as we enter this incredible new era. I really want to thank all of you for being Is that right? What would that be?
A land twisted and broken.
Look, I'm not going to discuss that place today.
This dark new creation leaves us with no choice but to offer persuasion.
That was amazing. All right, we love our Disney villains, right? Their evil ambition gives us endless possibilities to tell brand new stories. Which is why I'm so excited to announce we are building a villain's land in the Magic Kingdom. Which means happily ever after may feel like just a distant dream. It'll have two major new attractions. It'll have dining, shopping, and so much more fiendish fun for you to explore. This is storytelling on a grand scale that only Disney can deliver. So be prepared, you poor, unfortunate souls. It's going to be a fearless new vision for what a Disney experience can be. Come on, sing it!
Good morning from day 3, the final day of D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event. Today is Sunday. It is the last day of the event. and we're checking out whatever's left to check out on the show floor. We're also going to Donald Duck's 90th Spectacular at 12:45, and then we'll see whatever else we can get ourselves into. The Imagineering Pavilion has some new things in it from last night's presentation, some new models and new figures, I think. And so we're gonna go check that out here in a bit. But yeah, let's head on into the expo and see what we can find today. Several stores today are standby, not virtual queue only. So Mickey's of Glendale is one. The lines actually doesn't look too long. That's probably about a 30-minute wait. But it's probably because there's limited merchandise still available. Probably won't go back in there today. We've already gone in there, and that's in the first day's video if you didn't see that. I believe the only things that had virtual queues still were the pen stores and the marketplace. It's a bit of a line to get into Imagineering today, probably because several models from last night's announcements have been revealed. This line's going that way, and then there's also one on the other side, which is a little confusing. But we are going to go check this stuff out here in a little bit. I'm going to give it time to die down a little bit, because I'm sure later in the day it will. If not, we'll just jump in the line and go in anyway. Pixar booth just gave out an anxiety pin just for coming to the booth. That's a lot of fun. Friday there was this section of the Pixar booth behind the curtain. Turns out it was the Dream Productions, which is the new Inside Out Disney Plus series coming in 2025. It was announced Friday night. Cool photo op, sitting in a chair next to the unicorn, and then you can kind of see, I guess, maybe these are some of the episodes that'll be part of the show. Like it seems like every episode might be like a whole different dream, so I don't know, that's just a guess. Zombie llamas. That seems like that'd be an interesting episode for sure. Canva's doing a make your own tote bag with some D23 characters and pictures, and you can add text to it. It's not too bad of a line for it either, so that's a really cool freebie, customizable freebie. I haven't gotten to do that yet, but that seems really cool. So there's not much D23 specific stuff left, mainly these varsity jackets and the other kind of jacket and the journals. That's about it for the D23 merch, but some of the studio merch is still available. A lot of this California merch is still available, pretty much all of it, and then the Walt Disney Company stuff is still available. But I mean, that's to be expected. It's the last day of the expo. There's also not even any sort of line to get into the store at all, so that's kind of nice.
Within 5 minutes of coming up with this door vault idea, we were like, that would make the coolest ride. So we've been waiting for 25 years for this, you know.
Imagineering takes its time, right? So to P's point, it's amazing to get a chance to work with Pixar across all of the, not only the films you make, but how they translate into the parks, and understand that this was a ready-made story for us, and we're excited to bring it to them.
The Citizen booth has a photo op with this mural of Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, and Daisy. And then also they're selling watches. They're currently 30% off for the expo. And then also after you take a picture, you get this little art piece of the mural, which is also being painted outside, spray painted, and it is almost complete. One of the additions to the Imagineering Pavilion is on the Disney Adventure World for Paris model. Now has the Lion King attraction and Pride Rock as part of the model. They added it since last night, and that was one of the things announced for the park. So it's cool to see that here in the pavilion. Here at the Target booth to get the last of the 3 bullseye pins. Got my token. Today's pin and the final one is Bullseye holding a pretzel. These are pretty great. I'm glad that I was able to collect all 3 of these. Love it. Over here in the Disney Junior section, Disney Junior's Ariel meeting and greeting. She doesn't usually meet and greet in the parks. She did meet for the Disney D23 day a few days ago. But that's pretty cool to see. Maybe she'll become more of a regular at the Disney Junior attractions in Hollywood and California. That's not confirmed, just a little speculation.
Alleys and productions, and and it was kind of one of those slow periods, and I got thinking about it, and I said, we haven't really done a Donald Duck short or anything. It'd be fun to do something. It's what I call our Judy Garland, Mickey Rooney moment. It's like, we got artists, we got a studio, we've got everything we need to make a movie. Let's make a movie. So I started developing the idea back in probably 22.
Wow.
Yeah, not 1922. 2022, and
Be interesting.
And which was interesting because it wasn't. When I started, I thought, this would be a lot of fun, and it wasn't until later somebody came to me and said, Donald's going to be turning 90 here in 24. And it's like, oh, that's perfect. It just fell into their laps. So.
And it was so great. I visit Mark's office a lot, and
feel to listen to him again in this?
Well, I mean, to be able to hear an old friend and a mentor after 40 years again, how beautiful is that? And I've stayed in touch with the Nash family, all of them, and I talk to Ducky's daughter, Kay, about every 2 weeks. And I was very excited to call them and tell them that Dorothy and Mark were putting this together. And they, of course, were thrilled that their grandpa and dad's voice was going to be on the screen again. So I had Kay record a little greeting, which they'll play for you now.
Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. This is Clarence Nash's daughter, Kay. I want to thank you all so much for remembering my father during Donald Duck's 90th celebration. It's wonderful to hear Dad's voice tracks again in DIY Duck. It makes me and all the family very happy. Congratulations and thanks again.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donald. Happy birthday to you. Let's all get up and take a photo with Donald, shall we? The birthday boy. Oh my goodness.
Tony, you should stand next to Donald.
Thank you guys so much for coming and celebrating.
Big munchling Donald Duck here at the exit of the Quacktacular. So cute.
I've been friends with you. Ready?
Disney Plus subscribers and gold members get this Disney Plus ear hat from the Disney Plus booth, and also the Great Pin Pursuit. Mine is much shorter today, so we're gonna grab the Disney Plus pin, see what else we can get. I don't think we'll be able to get all of them, but we'll see what we can get. Got my pin, then the Great Pin Pursuit lanyard logo, and then there's QR code to the website. So that was pretty easy. Getting in line for the Time Variance Authority Marvel Studios booth. It's a long line, but I think it'll be worth it. It looks pretty cool.
Come on down. Come on down. Hi, folks. Hello. Hi, folks. Hi. Better. Welcome to your TVA training. Right behind me is your orientation. Please remember not to touch anything or walk through any time doors. Good? Okay. Good? Good.
Hello, folks. Welcome. Come on in. Plenty of space as long as we don't crowd this door right here. I shouldn't have to use a time cube like the previous group. Wow, you guys take much better instructions. Do not be afraid of the front of the room. It is just as dangerous as the back of the room. Come on in, folks. Welcome. All right. The orientation will begin as soon as the instructor arrives, which should be about 3, 2, 1. She is now.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Time Variance Authority, the organization that monitors all of time. Pretty important stuff, isn't it? I'm Miss Minutes, and I'm here to welcome you to your future, working here at the TVA. Now you may be wondering, what role is right for me? Am I an intellectual analyst or a brawny Minuteman? Do I belong on the judge's bench or in the archivist's file room? Great news, it ain't up to you. We've already chosen your future for you. You may see our Minutemen who'll keep you on the right path through our incredible facility. Feel free to look through our time doors, but don't go walking in, Daddy. You wouldn't want to break any rules on your first day at work, would you? Run along now. And don't do anything I wouldn't do, or you'll be pruned out of existence. Have a lovely day.
Okay, folks, you all heard Miss Minutes. Do not go through any time doors or you will be pruned. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you may disregard them. The TVA is no longer considered you for your own thinking. Congratulations and
Alright folks, welcome to the TVA. Come on in. Please don't go through any time doors.
Not sure if she is royalty or if she ain't royalty. Well, I was just double checking. We once got into trouble with a whole bunch of people that were loyal. It was the sub and stuff. Silence is enough. I get it. Well, listen, if you ever happen to run across any animal, at some point you discover whether they're royal or not. I'm not sure.
Thank you.
It's the best job. You get to touch everything.
Just made it through the Lorcana booth, which is very popular all weekend. They're handing out a D23 exclusive card for Lorcana, as well as a pin. So that was worthwhile. That line, we're towards the very end of the expo. It took like maybe 10 minutes total. And this is it. And they're opening it every 15 minutes, it seems. I think I'm gonna head over to the simulcast of the Honda Center for a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna make it to see the models of the new park stuff because the line's been closed off every time I pass by, and so if it's closed, there's really no way to go in. So that's unfortunate, but it's whatever. coasters on the way out.
And the great generosity of that introduction deserves my acknowledging how important Bob has been in the work that I have done, and in a creative and business capacity, but he has also become a dear and trusted friend. Thank you. I'm very honored to be in the company of the other people that are being honored tonight. I'm really delighted and a little bit embarrassed by this, but I'm so very grateful. Thank you very much.
That should set the tone for the evening.
And that'll do it for this year's D23. The first year for watching. Have a magical day.